Happy Friday, the 13th. Very foreshadowing of the spooky season to come. So, which is silly. Okay. I don't want to go on a tangent here, but the the sort of vilification of the feminine is a trap. And I think we're swinging in the complete opposite direction right now, where it's being idolized and pedestalized to the deficit of the masculine, and really finding that place in the middle, that union, that co-creation, that interdependence and supportiveness is what I'm always aiming for in my relating to others and connecting. And I feel like it's also very much the invitation of this new portal. We're sort of getting squeezed through this birth canal of realizing where the healing is needed now. So what launched that right Friday is the day of Venus. In Kundalini as well, there's planetary connections to every single day of the week. There's colors for every single day of the week. And they use this primarily in their devotion in India and the Vedic tradition, where they'll dress the deities, or they'll sort of worship with that intention for each day. And it sort of represents that variety of nature, the variety of the material world, which is an aspect of the feminine. The creative, the manifest reality is the feminine. And then the unmanifest, the container, the space, the sort of practices of contemplation and stillness and silence is more of that masculine. The dance, the sort of creativity is more the feminine. And Friday being a day of Venus, it is a space for us to relate to one another, to relate to our relationship with the things that awaken that desire for creativity within us, for co-creation, for meditating on what's the truth in the heart, the altar of the self, and how does that want to play out in a sort of like infinity loop, where it comes from me and I'm going to send it out, and there's going to be a reflection back, and I'm going to take that and something's going to happen with that in me. And it's this constant dance. And I think that dance can be very confronting. It can be amazing. But if there's not space for that in our lives and in society, it tends to fall to the wayside for something more predictable, which again is sort of this like wounded masculine seeking that which is reliable, predictable, on time, doesn't change. So there's no sort of need for safety. Well, the need for safety is always there, right? But if we don't have that within ourselves, then the external world is always going to be a threat, because I can't control that, right? So it's like, but if I can control from within in terms of surrender, that is my ultimate authority. That's like kind of intense to meditate on. I invite you to meditate on that. Like, where is your authority? It's not in controlling other people or situations necessarily, because we can't manipulate the world. We can only manipulate or calibrate, I should say, our own inner space. So that's what we do in these classes. And sometimes it's more like to the point, to that's the intention. And other times it's like, just get on your mat, breathe, and clear out junk so you can hear better and also feel more on your 2 feet. And we did this yesterday, so we'll do that again. I think this is quite nice. Let's come up to stand. And we're going to stand on the ground, not on the mat, so you can feel a little more contact. And take a second to just kind of separate your feet about hips width, parallel. So the outer edges of your feet are parallel. Just take a look at that. Notice how the heels are turned in or out. And just find a nice straight line. And then when you feel ready, just soften the eyes or focus the gaze if you want to keep them open. And we're just going to create a little bit of contact perception through the soles of the feet. So these are, in a sense, our roots, the base of our chakra system. The root chakra extends not just base of the spine, but the legs, the feet. And this is a center of belonging. So as soon as we are feeling adrift, we can always kind of root down through the feet. Choose the frequency that we can tune into, allowing your shoulders to soften, the jaw to soften. Let's tune into the breath as you breathe in. Feel the feet push down, feel the belly expand out, and the top of your head lift up slightly. And then as you breathe out, soften that inner layer of your body underneath the skin. Shoulders melt. Muscles sort of soften a little bit. And again, nice full breath, deepening your breath gradually. Expand and root down as you extend up. And then as you exhale, melting any tension down the shoulders, down the backs of the legs, letting that rooting of the feet really be a place where you can put down tension that might have accumulated in the body. Just repeating this a few times as you meditate internally on that space of contact through the feet. And from that contact, lengthening up into your full expansion. Body opening, top of your head opening. Sense that you are a channel, you are a radio antenna between the magnetic frequency of the earth and the electromagnetic frequency of the ethers, the atmosphere, the heavens. So whatever is currently carried within you is going to be emitted through your contact with the ground and your openness to inspiration, getting those sort of like apples on the head or that aha moment in the shower where you're in a meditative space, feeling safe and in a routine, and something all of a sudden becomes clear to you. So that consistency internally invites revelation sometimes. And that's our work, is to come back to that internal consistency. Reestablish connection with what is already there underneath your the roles you play or the changing nature of your life at this time. There's a consistent, aware witness watching you move through all of your life. That aware witness is both masculine and feminine, spacious and taking form. Feel ready? Let's come back into easy pose, and we'll sit with a few mantras to tune us in. So we're opening the space of this class with gratitude. Bring the palms together, rub the hands a little. And then press the hands to heart center, thumbs to the sternum, lifting the chest a little bit, gently bowing head down. This is an invitation of balance in our lives, right? Unification, receptivity. We're opening with the mantra Om, O-N-G. So we make a little nasally sound with the Om. Namo, Guru Dev, Namo. I bow to the creative consciousness. I bow to the teachers in my life, our ancestors, our enemies sometimes, or those who confront us. Those are also teachers. So we may continue to learn as we continue to grow. This gratitude, it becomes a sort of like a broom to sweep a clearing. So we might be receptive to blessings. Chant together. You can join in whenever you'd like. Big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Let's inhale to chant. Om. Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo. Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo. Guru Dev Namo. Big breath in, lifting the heart, softening the neck, shoulders, hold the breath. Let it go. And then we'll tune in with the second mantras, the Mangala Charan mantras for auspiciousness in all the four directions and the three phases of time. Ad Guray Nameh, the primal wisdom. Jugad Guray Nameh, the universal wisdom. Sat Guray Nameh, the eternal wisdom. Siri Guru Devay Nameh, the wisdom that is from our own sort of responsibility, taking hold of that which we can master, our own consciousness. And that becomes our sort of opening into mastery of other things, of the energies of life. Envision pillars of light around you if you'd like as we chant. And this kind of creates a container for our practice that is also an invitation for auspiciousness, for wisdom to walk with us. Big breath in. Ad Guray Nameh, Jugad Guray Nameh, Sat Guray Nameh, Siri Guru Devay Nameh. Ad Guray Nameh, Jugad Guray Nameh, Sat Guray Nameh, Siri Guru Devay Nameh. Ad Guray Nameh, Nameh, Siri Devay. Exhale. Awesome. So let's start with a little bit of breath of fire, and this will clear out the sort of energy channels and the brain. Fingers curl in, thumbs stretch out, arms are out to 60 degrees, stretch through the chest, palms face forward, gently drawing your chin towards the throat just so you feel that long line in the back of the neck, eyes closed, and look up as if you're looking through a window on the top of your head. And then begin to breathe in and out through the nose rapidly. Like you're sniffing the air in and out, equal parts in and out. The belly is going to pulse. That's perfect. You kind of want that little bit of rhythm established at the level of the navel. Starts to kind of tone the vagal nerve as well. And just do your best. Find your rhythm. It might be a little faster or slower than your neighbor. That's all perfect. And you're just kind of making this pulse a felt experience in your body. And that pulse is what starts to shift and regulate our nervous system, communication between the brain and the body, between the heart and soul and the body as well. Here for just a little bit longer. Imagining that energy through the arms from the heart, kind of circulating now and creating some balance in your electromagnetic projection, your aura. That's what creates a little bit of a healthy boundary and energetic container for the essence that is you. And big inhale, stretch the arms overhead, thumb tips touch like magnets, fingers reach up to the sky, hold the breath here. Feel yourself stretch, feel that energy lift, gently lifting pelvic floor and root lock. Envisioning this spiral of golden energy up through the spine, through the hands. And then exhale, slowly relaxing, sweeping the arms out and down, just kind of tracing a line around you, fingers touching the ground, letting that energy ground, feel, be perceived and integrated. Get right into some spinal openings. So come onto the hands and the knees. And separate the knees hips width, hands shoulders width, and begin to cat-cow the spine. Inhale, stretching the chest up. Exhale, rounding the spine. And for the first few breaths, you're welcome to move non-linearly, just any way that feels nourishing for your spine and hips, ribs. And then once you feel ready, you can start to like move a little more rhythmically in your cat-cow. So powerful breath. Inhale, exhale through the nose. It's like a bit more forceful breath. Like that breath is a thread that's clearing out your entire spine central channel.
You can keep the eyes closed for this too, and ground that inner gaze at the third eye. Exhale, good. Just a little bit longer. Getting fluid and easeful, especially in the neck. You don't have to arch completely, just trying to find that pulse. This is going to start circulating cerebral spinal fluid more holistically through the brain, which creates a faster processing, more cohesion of the brain's functions. And then starting to slow it down. Inhale, lift the head and tailbone, hold the breath. Exhale around the spine. Pull the navel back, empty out the lungs, hold the breath out. Press through the arms, rounding through the back. And then inhale, gently release. Exhale, come into child's pose, relaxing. Forehead down, arms forward. Taking a few breaths here to balance. You can bring the palms to touch again in that invitation for unity, communication of right and left. So all these subtle things that we integrate through this practice over time, right? The more you kind of come back and keep working on it, becomes a part of you versus something you do. And we're going to work on opening up the hip flexors with our sun salutes. So when you feel ready, make your way into a down dog. And we'll just kind of stretch out a little more through the back line and down dog, finding a little bit of movement, pedaling the heels, swaying hips, whatever feels good for a big stretch here. Kind of lifting through the sits bones as you anchor through the heels. Press through the palms and the chest reaches back. Creating a lift through the arms by rooting through the hands and lifting through the sit bones. Same thing in the legs, rooting through the heels and that space between the hamstrings. And opening up here. 2 more big breaths. And then before we move forward, let's take the right leg, stretch it up towards the ceiling. Maybe bend the knee and start to spin the hip to the right, opening up, circling the ankle, maybe even circling the knee, a few hip circles here. Feeling through that hip flexor and groin, this opening. And then gently release and we'll switch sides. Rooting through the bottom heel, lifting through the top knee. One more big breath into the body. Exhale, let it go. Walk the feet and the hands towards each other. And just hang out here, bending the knees if that feels good. Finding a little bit of a sway through the feet and the arms. And we'll slowly start to roll up. Inhale, the arms reach up. Slight back bend, exhale, hands to heart center, pause. Just taking stock of what's here, breathe into this new space. All right, so we'll add lunges into our sun salute, starting in Tadasana or Samasthiti, feet apart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, left foot steps back. Lunge, drop the knee. Plant the top of your foot, push through the feet, arms reach up. Inhale. Arching back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward plank. Shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, lower down. Use chest chin or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Or maybe up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, the left leg rises. Exhale, bring your knee to the nose, shoulders over the wrist. Really lift that knee into the chest, step the foot forward. Good. Take your time walking it up there if needed. Press the back foot down, arms float up again. A little bit of a crescent lunge. Exhale, hands release. Pick up the back knee, use the core to pull that right leg in, standing forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Arms overhead, big stretch. Exhale, fold forward. We're gonna go again, other side. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, right foot steps back. Big lunge, drop the knee. Inhale, float the arms overhead. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right leg rises. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, step it through. Drop the back knee. Float the arms. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Step forward. Inhale, reach the arms up high. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale again, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step the right foot back. Drop the knee, lift the arms. Inhale, arch back, press through the feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Elbows hug the wrists. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg high in the sky. Exhale, step it through. Drop the back knee. Inhale, arch up and back. Exhale, step the back foot forward, fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up, rising. Exhale, fold right into your next round. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, step the right foot back, big lunge, drop the knee, lift the arms, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, arch. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg floats up. Exhale, step it forward. Back knee down, arms up, inhale. Exhale, step to the front of the mat. Folding. Inhale, reach the arms up high. Exhale, hands to heart. Tadasana, pause, breathe here. So as we move, maybe this is a newer variety of sun salute, or it's just like a more difficult stretch for you. As we move the body in these new ways, sometimes there tends to be like a resistance, a subtle tension. So as you're in Tadasana here, I invite you to really soften that inner part of your body. Maybe the jaw, the shoulders, the neck, and just let that melt down, that same contact of feeling supported, that this new energy is actually safe and you can move through it in a relaxed way. So that's the aim for this last round.
move through this with ease in that inner layer. And if you would like the support of your blocks, you can also use the blocks, especially in stepping forward, right? If that is a really tight movement, the blocks can kind of lift that up. So, all right, let's go again. Inhale, reach up, soften that inner space. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back, ease. Exhale, left foot steps back, drop the knee. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, float back, down dog, split option, right leg up in the air if you'd like. Inhale, plank with the leg lifted if you want to make it more power flow. Exhale, lower down the leg and chaturanga the up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left leg floats up, inhale. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, step to the front of the mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, flow forward. Inhale, flat back. Right leg back. Dropping and reach up. Exhale, step it back. Three-legged dog, left leg high. Option. Inhale, chaturanga. Exhale. Back and down dog. Last side, right leg high. Step it through. Release. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, step to the front of the mat. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Well done. Okay, we're going to move into our Kriya, which is the practices that Kundalini offers is a combination. It's like a recipe of different asanas and breaths. So we'll start with a lunge, and you're going to have your right knee forward, and this is where you're going to want to use your blocks. So you might want to use them, maybe. Not everybody will. So your right foot's forward, left leg stretches back. Big lunge, big stride. Yeah. And then lift your head up. And your hands can also be on the ground, right? That's also a possibility. Keep that back leg lifted. Lift your head, arch your head up, and begin long, deep breath. I'm just going to hold here with a big breath. So this is where the practice comes in of tuning into the channel that you want. The body is definitely tuned into a channel, and that channel might feel, confronting or difficult. You can actually, my bad, you want to point your back toe. So you're resting on the top of the foot. Not to make it harder or anything. Just, again, your blocks are, adjustable. So if they need to come higher, if you need to drop your back knee, that's also an option. We're not here for very much longer. So take your internal compass and direct it. That is your gift, right? We get to soften and let go of the tension with every breath. And open up that space. Okay, and now breath of fire. A little more active, activating. And this whole practice is incredibly tonifying and activating for the pituitary gland. The master gland, this is our hormonal balance, which our modern world is actually like hormonal warfare. All of the petrochemicals, the fragrances, the hormones in the food and milk and all this kind of thing, it's really creating dissonance in the body.
So pituitary gland is super important and our ally in restoring some harmony. Beautiful focus. Good job. You're almost there. Remember that chest, that lift, that energy up the spine, the front of the neck, arching the head back. Last few seconds. Really clearing out the channel, pathway of communication between the body, organs, and brain. Awesome. 3, 2, 1, and let go. Now we're going to come into a almost like a pigeon pose lunge. So you'll bring your right knee down and the shin is like parallel. The leg is straight. And you're going to set your blocks aside, lay over that leg, bring the arms back behind you. Let the forehead rest on the ground. Palms are face up. It's almost like a pigeon, place to relax into absorption. So your body can make sense of all this new information and energy. Good job. This is where the experience is really felt with Kundalini in the places of meditation after powerful asanas and breathing. Long, deep breath. If you need support, yeah, as you're like sort of dropping into this deeper, if you need any support, a block or cushion under your hips or thighs. We're staying here and we'll begin breath of fire again. In this posture, and then big breath in, exhale, let it go. Come back to a long, deep breath. Slow breathing. Last few seconds here. Start to deepen your breath, begin to move out of this posture and come back into maybe a down dog or child's pose. This feeling of resetting before we go into the other leg. Take one more breath. And then make your way into a forward fold or just step your left foot forward into the lunge. Same thing we'll do on this side with this big stretch through the back leg. Top of your right foot is on the ground. Lift through the thigh. Lift through the chin, the head arching up the chest. Breathe long, deep breath here. Here for a minute in the long, deep breath. Making adjustments as needed, but also sometimes it's not adjusting the physical body, but the internal mental body, and really acknowledging its resistance or denial of this pose or experience and wanting to get out of it, and just being like, okay, and still breathing and staying. And softening, surrendering that resistance so the body isn't doing extra work. Being with what is, breathing into what is. Start breath of fire in 5. And begin. Good. Readjusting that sort of lift if you've collapsed at all. A lot of energy into this front line of the body. Again, that vagal nerve connecting the organs and the brain, the master gland, which controls secretion of the organs. Good job doing it. Stay with it. Soften where you can. Recommit where you need to. Softening that inner space, finding the rhythm, and almost just like in the pendulum, you're in the momentum. Good, last 30 seconds. Fifteen seconds. And inhale. Exhale, relax, and we'll bring that left shin down, almost like pigeon, but keeping the thighs straight, up and down, and folding over chest and torso, over the thigh, arms reach back, palms face up. You're welcome to use support again under the hip or thigh if needed, or just sort of let yourself melt into this new form. Little bit of balance. Little bit of surrender into rest. Sometimes I see Kundalini as an invitation to get the difficult stuff out of the way. And then the rest of the day is like, yeah, I know where I'm at. I know I can deal with anything because I've already confronted it internally, and it's sort of native to me. I know where my bandwidth is. And take your next few breaths to come out of this and make your way into a down dog or child's pose. Just resting for a moment. And then we'll make our way into a forward fold. So walking your feet and your hands towards each other. And bring your feet about 2 feet apart. So kind of wide. Touch the fingertips or your palms to the floor. Bend your knees if you need to, or use blocks. And begin long, deep breathing. This is just a forward fold. We're really letting all this energy come into the brain. Soften the spine, the tractioning of the spine through feeling that weight of your skull kind of pulling everything down. If you're feeling too much tension anywhere, just bending the knees a little bit. And softening that inner space. That weight of the head release you forward. Weight through the feet even. Last few seconds. Gently start to soften the knees, roll up, rise up out of forward bend. Minute to ground. Bring the feet a little bit closer for the next one. We're going to do ego eradicator again, but with long, deep breathing. So again, the fingers curl in, the arms are out, but not 60 degrees, 30 degrees. So it's a little closer to the ears. And close the eyes, keep the elbows straight, breathing long, deep breath. Filling the belly, lungs, chest. Softening back of the neck, back of the jaw. Feeling that lift, that opening upwards as you push root downwards. Receiving, receiving, receiving. Softening to receive. Receiving from inside, from inner space, from that root of your being, that witness, that place of connection between you and your source. Ishtadev, the personal feature of divinity, the universe that you connect to. Just one more minute. Really opening up with your breathing to energize and strengthen this hold that can be challenging, but also rewarding if we're able to surrender just a little bit, that inner space, soften. For 10 more seconds. I'm going to hold the opposite shape in 5. Beautiful. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, let it go. Relax. Just pause here, rest in this easy standing pose, feeling what's here for you. Tuning into the channel that's nourishing for you. There's so many realities to tune into. This is the space for you to tune into that which really lightens you, gives you that connection to what's essential. Make your way into downward dog and get comfortable there. Get your stance nice and steady. Again, finding that ease in the head and neck, bending the knees if that's supportive for your low back and hamstrings. Just take your time to enjoy this pose here for just a little while, not too long, but definitely an opportunity to invite a new resiliency into the body, new opening into the back. Adjustments needed, you're welcome to make them. Otherwise, find that stillness, rest, and steadiness. Soft, relax through the face, the head, the neck. Nice flowing deep breaths. This sound is a live recording from a temple in India. Is very festive. Celebrate through song and dance. Beautiful. To bring photos back. Okay, last 30 seconds. You're doing amazing. Staying with your breath. That's your lifeline, the thread that connects you back to steadiness, softening amidst the storm. And inhale, come forward into a plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to your stomach and rest. We're going to relax here. You can turn your head to one side and just take this opportunity to melt into the ground. And you're welcome to turn your head to the other side for the last part of this, just stretching evenly. Right, and then making your way into Cobra, we're going to stretch up as high as you want. It doesn't have to be full Cobra, but we'll be here for a little bit. So make your way into what feels good here to start. Long, deep breathing. So emphasizing the bent elbows, the lift of the navel into the sternum, the softening of the shoulders, full breath into the stretch of the front body. Try to keep the heels together if you can. Taking your time, breathing through it. We're going to start to turn the head side to side in a few seconds. You're going to breathe with that. So inhale to your left, exhale to the right. We're just moving the head side to side. Inhale left, exhale right. Clearing space in the neck. We can lower down to the elbows if you need, into a variety of Cobra, low Cobra. Taking your time, slow turns, deep breaths. Inhale left, exhale right. Good, almost there. Imagining this channel of your neck, right? It's like a bridge between your body and your mind, your brain and your organs. It's getting cleared out so you can really communicate both within your systems and communicate what's inside of you to others. Clearly, freely, passionately. Last 15 seconds. And then bring your head center, big breath in, hold the breath and squeeze root lock 3 times. And then exhale, release down. Come into a child's pose just for a reset. Stretching the hips back. And then we'll move into a very simple, gentle bowing exercise repetition. So come sitting up on the heels. And then you can bring the knees a little bit wider. We'll inhale, stretch the arms up like you're standing on the knees. And then exhale, bow the head to the ground. And then inhale, rise back up like a flower blooming open. Exhale, bow down. And just continue this movement, stretching the arms up. Nice, gentle integration between this upward stretching and this downward anchoring and grounding. Gratitude, maybe this reverence for your body, for this earth body, all of the resources you have. May we use them in service of each other's joy, passion, healing, connection. Last few rounds. What are you grateful for? What are you bowing to in your life out of gratitude, out of recognition? And then stay in this forward child's pose and bring your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. And bring your knees together if that's possible, if that feels okay. And then stretch your arms up towards the ceiling as high as you can without overly forcing anything, but definitely getting into a stretch. And just long, deep breathing. Keep it going. Keep that long, deep breath. Last little bit. And switch the grip of your hands if you'd like, just kind of giving the opposite shoulder a different experience. Trying to keep those arms straight and lifted. Last 10 seconds. Deep breath. And then gently release. Come into Shavasana. Laying on your back, resting. You're welcome to use blanket. If anyone would like a bolster under the knees, I can grab you one. Softening here, feeling that whole line of contact between the ground and your body, the bolster in your body. Letting your muscles soften, inner space become open. Deepen your breath. Gentle movement into your body. Circling the ankles and wrists. On your next inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Stretch. Exhaling the knees into the chest, start to move into a little bit of rocking. And then when you're ready, drop your knees over to the left, take a gentle spinal twist. And then bring them back to center to the other side. And then back through center. Rub the soles of the feet together, rub the palms together. And then hug the knees in and rock up and down. Do this Kriya, this meditation that involves some movement, and it's heavens to earth. So this is a big Jupiter Kriya. You can sit on your cushion here or your blanket. And Jupiter is the guru, it's the teacher. It's also the sort of like expansion bringer. So it'll expand and bring in abundance, which the like root of abundance is wisdom. So that's sort of the foundation of Jupiter's blessing to us. And the pointer finger is Jupiter. So we're going to be moving the hands, fingertips touch the ground. This is called Hasta Kriya. Hasta is hand. And so it empowers the hand or the doing to be in alignment with the beingness, the energy of wisdom. So fingers touch, tips of the fingers touch the ground beside you, and then touch each other overhead. So it's a little bit of like a precision movement down and up, and do your best, kind of feeling that out where the tap is. Okay, and then we're moving with the music. So when you hear Sat, we're touching the ground. Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam. Sat is truth, Nam is name or identity or vibration. Right. So it Sat's down. Yeah. So Sat, Nam, Sat. All right, let's go scroll into that. Okay, it's starting. Touch the floor, top, ground, top, earth, heavens, earth, heavens, earth, heavens, earth, heavens. Good. Keep it going. Yeah, do your best. Sort of clearing out this contact, this connection, this channel of information between your ground and your sky, your earth and your heavens. Stay connected to your breath. About a minute in, not for much longer, but just kind of going into this sensation in the arms. Softening the neck as you can. Job. Doing your best. Moving this energy from the shoulders where frustration and anger tends to collect in the body. Breathe through it. Clearing you out. Keep that rhythm going. Good job. A little bit more. Almost there. Clear dialogue. In your power of presence here on this earth plane, in this time of history, in this time of your incarnation, and all those you know, the web of life you're part of, in that limitless, infinite, formless place beyond the scene. Call anything we wish from that place and start to focus on it and slowly embody it and manifest it here. So what is worthy of that, of your time, of your energy? Clearing that right here. Last few seconds. You're doing great. Contact. Down and up. Okay, 20 more seconds. You got this. Hard, but worth it. Good. Inhale, stretch the arms out. Exhale, let it go. You did it. Flashbacks to the bird flapping. Wait, isn't this the one? We don't mess around in Kundalini. I'm just gonna let you know. But sometimes it's gentle and other times it's a little more polishing the mirror. Take a few breaths here, just kind of feeling into what is, drop into it. Good job today, really brought your focus, you did your best, and let's drop in the bucket of just contacting that reality that you wish to embody and move through and with. Being the change, being the frequency shift, moment to moment. Close our practice with the song Long Time Sun. So a little blessing to send us off. Bring hands to heart center or on the body, whatever feels good for you. And just receiving these words, if you know, you're welcome to sing along. Sending this out to anyone who needs
a sort of comforting and supportive blessing. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on, guide your way. Let's chant a long sat, short nam. Truth is my identity. Big breath. Peace to all, love to all, light to all. Wonderful weekend, wonderful day. Thank you for letting me serve you. Y'all. You did it. First, you made it through all the hurdles.